Some people might say this is the long-lasting effect of our late and brilliant monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, because at the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, there was only really this, wasn't there? That's right, the iconic moment when our late, wonderful Her Majesty the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, sat down with, some might suggest, another icon of that particular century, Paddington Bear, who'd been around a long time, but suddenly got rejuvenated, all thanks to sitting with the most famous woman on the planet. There wasn't a dry eye in the house when, of course, she produced her marmalade sandwich from that infamous handbag. And I was always told it was a couple of mints and a lipstick. Who knew, eh? Now, that's all thanks to the Queen's lasting legacy, because quite frankly, this brand new production of a musical which opens in London's West End later this year really would not have happened without her Midas touch. It's as simple as that. There was a musical way back in the early 1980s, but of course, suddenly with interest in the movies that did so well also, and the fact that she rejuvenated Paddington Bear, not just really with the sales of the bear, but the book, the TV series, and people downloading old episodes. Very quickly, and all thanks to that association, funding was able to be found to produce this, as I say, brand new musical. It's always lovely to share sort of warmer stories because, you know, all people need sometimes is just reminded about what certain things they enjoyed when they were growing up. And as we were told, the late Queen basically wanted to do this for her great-grandchildren and, you know, to sort of shock them in the fact that, well, she could still do something out the very ordinary. That's always, of course, have to be in a Bond girl and jumping out of a plane for the very special event, if you remember, alongside Daniel Craig. Whatever you think about the late Queen, she certainly never ever was complacent and always certainly did things out of the ordinary. As I say, thanks to her, funding has now come through and we can look forward to a brand new musical all about that iconic bear. Let me explain. Bringing one of Britain's best-loved characters to life on stage, this unmissable major new production at the Savoy Theatre is packed with irresistible songs, dazzling choreography, and of course, marmalade sandwiches. It's Paddington as you've never seen him before. Now, when a lost small bear arrives from Peru in London in search of a new home, a chance encounter with the Brown family leads him to the wonderful world of Windsor Gardens. But London isn't all cream teas and friendly faces. Even the happiest of families have their cracks beneath the surface. So when Paddington's life is suddenly in peril, the Browns must decide how far they're willing to go and what they are willing to risk to give this very special bear a home. Now, it's based on the iconic characters from Michael Bond's book and the award-winning films Paddington. The musical is directed by Luke Sheppard with original music and lyrics by Tom Fletcher and an award-winning Olivier winner, Jessica Sweat. As ever, thank you so much for joining me and I hope you've enjoyed this heartwarming story. And yes, no doubt I will be there on the opening night to let you know exactly whether Paddington cracks it in London's very tough nut world of musical theatre in the West End. Neil Sean in the very heart of Kensington.